What's up guys, Trevor here. So I made a really cool decision this last month and I wanted to share it with you guys. It's really exciting for Julie and I and our businesses. We are actually moving from California to Washington State, the Seattle area. And it's actually where I was born and where I'm from and grew up. So it's really cool. But the main reason why we moved to Seattle, why I'm moving back to Seattle and we're moving there now, is because there is no state income tax in Washington, which is super awesome because if we're running an online business, we don't have a physical storefront, we don't want to be located in a state where we're going to pay state income tax on our personal taxes, where we don't have to be. So you guys may be aware that Washington State does levy a sales tax. So there is a 9.5% sales tax, which is very high, but we already have to charge tax in Washington anyways, so it's kind of okay for us to move there. So it helps us to offer our California customers in the future a better deal because they won't have to pay sales tax. So we went through the whole process. It was kind of a long process. I'm going to do a separate video that's going to tell you guys exactly how to do that yourself. There's a bunch of steps you have to take to do it, especially if you want to have a protection by an LLC or a corporation. But the point is that we were able to move to Washington virtually by setting up a virtual mailbox, much like a UPS store, and that's now our address, and we're basing everything from that address. And then we're actually going to go travel overseas for the next 6 to 9 months. We're going to live in Thailand for a while, in different parts of Thailand, and then we're planning on traveling to Europe next summer for the first part of the summer, doing a lot of Europe traveling, and then probably coming back to the States for the last part of the summer, or visiting other countries for the last part of the summer. Coming back to Washington in August to spend somewhere between a week to a month in Washington, and then California to visit family, and maybe even do like a small road trip out here with an RV, and then head back over to Thailand again. And the reason why we're going to Thailand, and Chiang Mai specifically, along with some of the other islands eventually, but Chiang Mai first, is because the cost of living is so low over there. So if we can base our business from Washington State, where there's no state income tax, our LLC only costs a couple $100 to start and like $100 a year to maintain, so it's not that much money. There's no franchise tax in Washington like there is in California for having a corporation. And also, if you're out of the country for 11 out of the 12 months of the year, you actually don't have to pay any federal income tax on your first $100,000 of income. So our goal next year, 2017, is to actually be traveling across the world for 11 out of the 12 months, living in other countries, dealing with the visas, but living on a cheaper budget that way, putting all the money we make into savings so we can stockpile a lot of savings, and then coming back to the States to see our family once a year. And cost of living in other places of the world are somewhere between like a quarter to a third of what it costs to live in Los Angeles and Seattle. So we can virtually base ourselves out of Washington, run online businesses where people buy products and services from us, and we have our suppliers and vendors deliver those products, or we create those products digitally and have a computer deliver them for us, right? So those are online businesses we create and we operate online that bring us income, much more income than we would have had during the day job. And we can travel around the world while we do this. And we're learning how to do all the automation, all the outsourcing, all the customer service and stuff like that, so that we can set these businesses up to be professional businesses, to be really valuable business for our customers, and yet still not require all of our time during the day to run. And it's really a magical thing. And I am taking a lot of lessons from the 4-Hour Work Week, which is a book by Tim Ferriss that talks a lot about how to build for outsourcing, right? And then you're going to build so that you can travel, take time off, take mini retirements, take weeks off at a time and go and explore, and your business is going to stay together and it's going to operate clean, and it's going to actually grow because you're not there to get in the way of things. So life is going to be amazing. We're super excited, and I just wanted to do this to let you guys know that it's totally possible. There's more states than just Washington that offer this. The reason why we're doing it is because I have family in Washington, and Western Washington is a beautiful area for hiking, backpacking, camping, all that stuff in the summertime. It's absolutely gorgeous. But there's Texas, there's Nevada, there's New Hampshire, I think. There's a few other states that offer no income tax. Wyoming's one of them. So you can go get yourself like a Wyoming LLC and then base yourself out of Texas. A lot of people are doing that. Austin, Texas right now. Cool place, but it gets like really hot there in the summer. So I'd kind of rather prefer being coming back to Seattle in the summertime. It's not quite as hot, a little more mild. And there's other states like Nevada that are good choices as well, although the fees are a little bit higher in Nevada for an LLC. So just something to keep in mind. And also do your research. Go look on websites, go look online, and find out what structure is right for your business before you do this, because there's a whole kind of series of events that have to happen first. You have to sign up for your LLC, and then you have to get your business license. Once that comes in, well, you have to get your virtual mailbox first. You have to get your address, and then LLC, and then your business license, and registered agent, and you have to all this stuff. I'm going to do a separate video on all that because it's really a ton of information. It's a 15-minute video alone, but yeah. So we're excited for doing this. It definitely is a lot of work, but in the long run, because we have a long-term outlook on our business and our lives. In 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we want to be living a outsourced life, but that's bringing lots of income in. So we're working towards that right now, and it's really exciting. So great, guys. Well, I'm glad I was able to bestow this information upon you, and hope you guys take some action in your own life to achieve some awesomeness too. And hope to see you guys out there. Let me know if you have any questions, comment below. Definitely subscribe to the channel so you can watch some cool travel videos while we're traveling the world in the next year. See you guys out there. Take care.